They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were gonna come through the wall.
You're insane!
In the car.
You're insane! You're insane! You're insane!
I need you to open the door. I told you, man. Hey, stop! Stop!
Cops have a duty to protect people and make them feel safe, but what happens when they misuse their power and mistakenly attack innocent people?
Get over here right now.
Here are instances when cops made their final mistake and suffered the consequences for knowingly hurting the wrong suspect. When Officer Williams was dispatched for a domestic disturbance, he had no idea what he was about to walk into. As he and his colleague approached the house, they noticed movement through the kitchen window. Inside, a male and female seemed to be in a heated exchange. But before they could make out more, the front door swung open. A woman, later identified as Leanna Beam, stepped out and quickly shut the door behind her. Officer Williams asked Leanna what was happening inside. Leanna, with a calm yet tense demeanor, assured the officer that everything was fine. There was nothing to worry about. However, as she spoke, Officer Williams couldn't help but notice something wasn't right.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Officer Craig with Adams Park County Police Department. We got a call about a domestic disturbance here.
No, the dogs are back there, but we're fine.
Okay, but can you tell me what happened?
We're just mad at each other.
Okay.
Just screaming. We scream a lot.
Can we can we get him to come out?
What? No.
What do you mean no?
No.
Okay. So you can go over here and talk to him for me, please. But we need for him to go ahead and step out.
No.
Okay?
No. Please don't.
So, look, we're mandated by the state. We have to.
We have to talk to him.
We gotta talk to him.
Please.
Yeah.
He's fine.
I understand.
Okay.
Here, come over here and talk to
Go ahead and talk to him.
No, I would not like to. Please.
Yeah,
No,
so-
you guys don't have to. Please, I know
We
you
do.
don't.
Ma'am.
For
Yes,
this
we
we do. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So if he's good with that stuff, we're gonna talk to him.
No, I would not like to.
So I need you to though,
Right.
right now, because I need you guys to tell me what happened.
Nothing.
So look, I can see there's blood on your hand.
Yeah, that's
I
his.
understand. I
But
understand. So
cut his hand on the door. No, please. No, this is my house. No,
Ma'am,
no, this is my
Hey,
house.
ma'am, I'm done talking. Come over here
No,
now.
this is my house.
Or you go to.
This is my house. Why are you opening my door?
Huh?
This is not okay. No, my house. Why are you opening my door?
Huh?
This is not
Open the door.
okay. No.
I'll videotape you.
Okay. Well, you need to open the door. Okay.
open the door, man.
You do. We're here to investigate.
Why would you? This is my house.
Can you unlock the door, man, so we can talk to you?
No, why am I being held?
Stop. Stop,
No.
or you're gonna get on the ground. That's my
Why would I?
final warning to you. Stop.
This is my house.
And stop.
No, you guys are f***ing wrong. You're at my house.
It was clear that something serious had happened, and Leanna, likely in danger, was probably being threatened by her husband, later identified as David Priest. David just stood inside, refusing to let the cops come in, likely trying to hide something from them. Just when it seemed like the cops were handling the situation well, Officer Williams did something shocking. In an attempt to calm Leanna, who was distressed and hesitant to let the cops come inside, likely because she feared what would happen if they left, Officer Williams started being very aggressive towards her.
I'm being handcuffed at my house. Don't handcuff me.
I told you to stop, didn't I?
My house. I'm being handcuffed at my house. Don't handcuff me.
I told you to stop, didn't I? Get up.
This is my house. What are you doing?
Open the
This
door,
is
man.
my house.
Gotta open the door.
Yeah. Hey, man, you need to come open the door.
I'm good.
Open the door.
I'm good.
Open the door, man.
Sir, we are here investigating.
I have not done anything wrong.
I
We're here
need so look.
I put myself on my own door.
I know. So come out here and tell
I'm not,
me.
because my
You gotta tell me.
So I know what y'all
I understand, man. So tell me.
I didn't do anything.
I understand. So let us help you.
No, I will. Outside my door.
So
I'm
there's,
protected.
brother, there's all on the door,
doesn't matter.
and there's on you. We need to talk to you, man. No, we're not. I need you to open the door, man. I need you to open the door.
I'm not, dude.
Hey,
open
you gotta open the door, man.
I'm not opening the door. And you know, as soon as you bust this door open, man, I'm gonna lock this phone and you can't get into it. It's gonna go public.
That's all.
I'm not doing this,
You
guys.
need to open the door. You gotta open the door, man.
We didn't do
You
anything wrong.
gotta open the door,
We
my
said
guy.
that we called the cops.
You
to
gotta
help the
open the door.
situation defuse
He's gotta
the
open the
home.
door.
While Officer Williams was trying to take Leanna to the police car because she was being detained, 2 other cops were still trying to convince David to let them inside. David asked to speak to a supervisor. The cops ignored his request. Maybe David was the bad guy in the situation, but the cops still have a duty to call the supervisor just because it was part of their job policy. However, this wasn't the only time these 2 cops failed to follow the rules. They also refused to identify themselves when David asked them to. At that moment, they weren't much better than David, who had likely been mistreating his wife. If you listen closely, you can hear Leanna's cries in the background while Officer Williams tries to drag her to the police car.
We're here to investigate a domestic disturbance.
Cool. You're investigating, not
And you need to open the door. We're not trespassing.
You are trespassing, bro.
Okay. All right.
I know my rights.
Okay. That's fine. Yes, sir.
I'm about to grab my other phone.
Nope.
Come in my house.
You need to just stay right here. You need to stay right here.
I know.
Do not leave anywhere. I need to see you. You have a phone, so stay right there.
Okay, then I'll call on your phone.
Dude, I need you to open the
Just
door.
open the door, man.
Can y'all please call y'all supervisor?
No, open the door. Brother, look.
Open the door.
We can help you if you can help us. You need you to open the door, brother. You gotta.
You're making it
I
more
need you to-
complicated.
That's fine.
So open the door, man.
I know
Open the
my
door.
rights.
Open the door, man. But you need to open the door.
Please call your supervisor.
I need you to open the door, man.
They will not call their supervisor.
I need you to open the
They will
door.
not call their supervisor.
Brother, I need you to open the door so we can investigate.
Can I have your badge number?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay,
You open
can I have your badge
the
Okay, I
door.
don't have to open the
Yes,
badge
you
number.
do,
Let's
man.
go. Police officer,
Open
and
the
identify
door.
yourself.
Brother, you're gonna have to open the
Can I have
door,
your
man.
badge number?
I'll
Open the
give it to you.
door.
Open the door. Open the door.
Brother, you gotta open the door. Right now it's obstruction, man. I need you to open the door. Open the door. Open the door. I need you to open the door. Alright, man.
The cops eventually lost their patience and broke down the door. As soon as they did, David tried to make a run for it, but after just a few seconds, he was caught and cuffed. The cops then dragged him to the police car. But if you thought that was the end of the story and that all that was left was to figure out what happened between David and Leanna, you'd be mistaken. As the 2 cops were bringing David to the car, they came across a pretty shocking scene. Leanna was lying on the ground, with Officer Williams standing over her.
You gotta open the door, man.
Open the door.
Open the door.
Okay.
Why do you have to kick it down if you're
Because
Open
you are
the door.
refusing to open the door, man. I need you to open the door. I told you, man. Hey, stop! Stop!
Stop. Right now. Stop.
fine.
Or you
Stop.
will get tased.
I will
Can I
tase you
please have
right
an
now.
officer?
Tase you right now.
I have an officer at really want them getting they're tasing. Come on, please. We did not do anything. 3
All over me.
Athens 3. They're taking my phone. I'm sorry. God, so we didn't show anything. I know, guys, and I tried to tell y'all that. So I know I'm getting. Can I please? God. Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested?
Right now, it's
What?
you're detained right now.
For what? For what? Obstruction of what? Did you
Police
this is on my
officers.
property.
For police
This
officers.
is my property, man. Come on. I work at St. Mary's. I know my goddamn rights, dude.
All right, let's rewind a bit and see what happened between Officer Williams and Leanna when they were separated from the other cops. Officer Williams was pretty rough with Leanna, which was strange considering she was the one who needed help. But things got even worse. Leanna refused to get in the police car, but Officer Williams acted like there was no time to waste, so he pushed her to the ground. If you remember the earlier incident, this was now the second time Officer Williams did something seriously disturbing.
Get up.
This is my house! What are you doing? This is my house! I didn't ask you to come here! Don't put me in that f***ing car!
You're going to jail now for obstruction.
From what? You came to my house and you put me in Stop. Why are you doing this?
Let's go.
Why you, no, and no. You came to my property. And why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Please help me. You just came into my house. I have no problem. You just arrested me for nothing. Why are you doing this?
You're going to jail for obstruction. We already explained it to you.
I literally was at my house. You knocked on my door. Why are you? I honestly don't know why.
You got anything on you I need to know about?
No, I have nothing on me.
Okay.
Why are you doing this to me?
Go ahead and have a seat.
Why are you doing this? Stop.
Have a seat or you can catch another charge. That's your choice.
I have no reason that you should charge me for this.
You can stop. Do not pull away from me. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
No.
Get up.
You did wrong for this.
Get up.
I did.
Then you can stay right here.
Leanna was lying on the floor, desperately asking Officer Williams why he was being so rough when she hadn't done anything wrong. But instead of answering, Officer Williams seemed to be more interested in feeding his ego. He threatened to add more charges against her if she didn't comply, even though she hadn't broken any laws. He reminded her that resisting a cop was a serious offense, but it was clear he was just trying to justify his actions. Despite Leanna repeatedly telling him she didn't want him to touch her, Officer Williams refused to let her get up on her own.
Get up.
Stop! Stop touching me!
Get up.
Stop touching me! Stop! Stop!
Get
touching
up.
me. No, I haven't done anything. You're treating me bad. I haven't done anything to you. I really just live here. I don't know why you're doing this. I really don't. I don't. I think you're a good person. So why
The longer you stand here, the more charges you're going to get. Every time I tell you to get up and you don't, that's obstruction.
But why am I getting into charges? I haven't
Get
done
up.
anything. No,
One,
it's
that's
up
one.
Here. It's up here.
Get
I
up.
haven't done anything. I haven't done anything.
Get up and get in the car.
Okay. Stop. Do not touch me.
Get
Do
up.
not touch me. Let me get up on my
Get
own.
up. As soon as you get up, I'll let you go.
Well, you don't touch me.
Get up.
Let me get up on my own.
Let's get up.
Please let me get up
Get
on my
up.
own.
That's two.
Please let me get up on
Get
my
up.
own. Please let me get
That's
up on
three
my
charges.
own. Please
Get up.
let me get up on my own.
That's
Every time Officer Williams tried to force Leanna into the car, he was being even more aggressive. It was clear that his behavior had crossed the line, and what was supposed to be a rescue turned into something much darker. The cop, who was already supposed to help her, seemed to have completely lost sight of that. Officer Williams, already short on patience, finally snapped and threw Leanna onto the ground.
I'm gonna
No,
slam you on the
I
ground.
have not done anything to abstain.
Get in the car.
Please help me.
I'm
Please.
trying to be nice. Get in the car.
I literally live in this house. I've not done anything to
Get in the
Please.
car.
No. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Get up.
Please get this on video. Please get this on video.
No, please get this on video.
Get up.
No. No. That's my.
Up.
Take my pockets right now. But that's my girlfriend, dude. Why'd you throw her down?
Get up.
Why'd you throw her down?
She was pulling away from me.
Okay, so what is that? You're right. I don't
Get up.
Guys, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay for y'all's goddamn taxes, bro. Come on. This
Now
is
for a
not
second. Can we
y'all.
get EMS around?
This is not. Please, man. Stop being like this. Sir, what happened? Search me. I will turn.
We don't know. They were covering. We tried to talk to them. She starts fighting with us. It's unknown. Can we get them 1018?
David was furious when he saw his wife lying on the ground and wanted to help her despite the argument they had had earlier. But the cops tried to put him into another police car instead. By this time, the neighbors started gathering, all worried about Leanna and her condition. However, Officer Williams seemed to think he had handled things perfectly. He justified his actions by saying she resisted and didn't follow his orders, which, in his mind, made everything okay. It was shocking he could say something like that with such confidence.
Girlfriend, dog. No!
Wait, you gotta search
No!
him.
That's my
don't know.
girlfriend!
I know.
I don't have anything. Check my pockets right now. But that's my girlfriend, dude. Why do you throw her down? Why do you throw her down?
Pulling away from me.
Okay, so what is that? You're right. I don't have anything on me, guys. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay for y'all's goddamn taxes, bro. Come on. This is not y'all. This is not at this police, man. Stop being like this. Search me, dude. I will turn.
Get in the car.
No. Get in the car. Y'all just threw my girlfriend on the ground.
Get in the car.
Y'all just threw my girlfriend on the ground.
It's unknown.
Can you tell me what happened?
We don't know what happened. We don't know.
You don't know who called the police?
Nope.
They called you to this house?
Yep, they were fighting. She had blood on her hands, refusing to let us talk to him who's covered in blood. She starts pulling away from me, and then that's what happened.
After Officer Williams and the other cops got David into the police car, it was time for Leanna to be put into one as well. She could barely walk or talk, only managing to mumble a few words. Despite how badly she was hurt, Officer Williams didn't seem to think he had done anything wrong. In his mind, everything was justified, even though it was clear that Leanna had been through more than anyone should.
Hey man, we need to put her in the car.
She fell down.
She needs to get in the car. Get up.
I don't let you.
You gotta stand up. Let's go. Get her
Hit
up.
her head pretty hard.
Get her up.
You might want to check her for concussion.
We have EMS on the way.
Girl, you gotta sit down. You have to sit down. Hey, pull. Go on the other side.
Yeah. Come on.
You gotta get in the car.
Come on. Gotta slide you in. You want to sit her up?
If you can.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, can you give me a hand with... So I have to slam him on the ground twice? Give me a hand with... So that way... Just give me a hand so that way we got... So you sit her up. Sit up, okay? Just turn her feet in. They want her to... You gotta close the door because she'll come out. Go ahead. I got it. What happened?
Why are you doing this?
Officer Williams started chatting with the neighbors, and let me tell you, there were plenty of them gathered around. I mean, who wouldn't be curious? It's not every day you see something like this go down in the neighborhood. But then Officer Williams started justifying his actions, saying that Lana was arrested because she was too intoxicated. First off, she was barely conscious. Secondly, even if she had been drinking, she was in her own home, and last time I checked, you can do what you want in your own place, right? Leanna's best friend showed up soon after, but Officer Williams stuck to his story, insisting he had done the right thing.
Are you familiar with them at all?
What's happening in the community because we could help?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're both intoxicated, but right now we have obstruction for her. Blood on both of them. I don't know how I got on them, but...
From the house? Dang it. Do you know anything about people from the house?
No, that's the thing is I know.
Yeah. We finally got it.
We're here for. We're making sure
Okay,
everything's
then we can leave.
Yes, ma'am. Then y'all can leave.
It's just my.
Is this your friend?
My best friend.
So she's
Leanna.
very intoxicated and she's going to jail. So she hasn't been searched. I couldn't get that. I literally just got her in the car before.
I think he punched like a window or something, and that's all that I
So
know.
that makes sense for the broken glass noise, but I'll finish filling you in over here. So,
No, that's why, because
can we help you?
the girl that's in the car called.
Okay. We'll come over here and talk to you, but you can't walk up on the crime scene, okay? So can you talk to me and tell me what happened?
I just got a phone call and they said, can you come over here? And so I just came.
Okay. Well, do you know their relationship? Her and that guy?
Yeah, they're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay. So.
I think he punched, that's what, yeah, it was very, like, jumbled when they called. That's all that I know.
How long ago did this happen?
No, that's why, because...
Take a deep breath. Okay.
She called me at 6:00. No, I'm sorry.
Officer Williams continued talking with Leanna's best friend and another woman who also knew Leanna and David. They explained they had spoken with Leanna just a few minutes before the cops had arrived. They told Officer Williams that David had injured his hand during the argument and Leanna was trying to help him. The two women tried to make it clear to Officer Williams that although Leanna and David had quarreled, Leanna never said that David had hit her or anything like that. They were just trying to explain it was a heated argument, nothing more.
And I called her at 5:50. She called me back at 6:01. I missed it. She called me.
Okay, just give me a second, okay? I'm gonna speak to you as well. No, you're fine, but I'm just saying just.
And then when
whatever
I called her back,
just take a deep breath.
when I called her back, David answered and said, "You need to come over here. You need to come over here." And
Okay.
I heard her in the background, but I couldn't tell what she was saying.
Okay.
But something about his hand was bleeding or whatever. So I
Right.
was like,
It was.
okay.
Okay.
That's all.
That's all. Were you able to speak to them? And what is her name?
Yes, I was. Leanna.
Leanna.
She said that he had punched a hole in like a glass and
He was bleeding.
and that's why we were coming to take him to the hospital because of that. And then I don't know.
Okay.
And that's my best friend, Leanna.
I understand.
So,
Do they live together?
yes.
Okay.
They live there.
How long have they been living here?
About 7 months, probably.
Okay.
I'd
I'm
say.
not sure.
How long have they been in a relationship?
About a year and a half.
And about how old are they?
She's a year older. She's 27 and he's like 26, or it might be 26.
Okay. So do you have an idea or a reason why that they would the glass would be punched out? Because there's two glasses that are, two window
yeah,
panels that are punched out.
No, I don't know.
Have they ever had a history of violence, fighting, arguing?
Like between them two, no. Like I know that he has punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that,
So yeah,
But
there's a
nothing
slight
with
history
her.
of this.
Yeah.
like I don't
Of like
know.
of damaging her property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that's a safety concern because that's your best friend and that's your friend,
Yeah.
right? So
I'm just trying not to
like what?
I'm concerned for her.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's fine. That's why
all
we
I got
came.
to say is I don't really care about him.
But that's why we came, because we got a call. So when we get that call, we're going to respond. And when we responded, they were not at all cooperative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leanna's two friends were very kind and kept trying to explain to Officer Williams that Leanna was a good person and didn't deserve to go to jail. They spoke politely to Officer Williams, probably because they had no idea what had just happened to their best friend only a few minutes earlier. They were doing their best to protect Leanna, not knowing the situation was much worse than they had thought.
No, I talked to her 6:12 is when I actually was in contact
Yeah, and
with
then
her.
6:09 is when I called her back and he answered the phone.
And I saw the
said I needed
blood
to come.
everywhere because she FaceTimed.
Okay, so you saw all
I
the stuff that
saw, I
happened.
know.
Okay.
Blood, so.
Where do you live?
I live over off Jefferson River Road.
So you drove over here? Okay.
No, we Ubered over here.
Okay.
So, and that's why it took us so long to get here because we, you know.
Right. Okay. Well, if y'all don't mind just hanging around, but you can't, obviously go near the car.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So we can hang out over there somewhere to just get some more information from y'all, okay?
Yeah, and she's welcome. I mean, if she could stay with me, I mean, she's welcome to stay with me.
Does she
My
have to go to
husband.
jail or?
Yeah, as of right now, that's how it's looking. Okay. Like I said, we tried to be as.
Was it him or?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that part, but what I'm saying is we tried to be as, helpful as we could.
Can I ask if she called you?
We don't know. That's the thing, we don't know. So once we got the call, that's why we came. It's not like we just, appeared here. So somebody did call. Okay.
What about her dogs? Can I at least?
We'll have to get consent, and like I said, you
But
can't
like,
go in the house.
if it comes down to that, like, I will take her dogs to my house, my backyard, whatever.
Okay.
Y'all take them over. I'd rather that than.
That's right. We're not gonna leave them. So like, we'll have to get her consent to make sure that she's okay with
she
you
would
taking.
definitely be okay with it.
Okay. So like I said, if y'all.
Soon, the sergeant arrived at the scene. He walked over with Officer Williams to where Leanna was sitting in the police car crying. It's hard not to feel sorry for her, given everything she had been through that day. Despite her small size and the fact that she was handcuffed, the cops decided to search her to make sure she wasn't a threat, as if someone in her condition could harm anyone. The whole situation just seemed so unnecessary and cruel.
Hey, how are you? I'm Sergeant Emmett of the Clark County Police Department. What's your name?
Leanna.
Leanna?
Yes, I'd like to go out to.
Okay. What's your last name, Leanna? Beam? How do you spell that? B-E-A-M?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I don't know why I'm being held.
So here's the situation right now. I'm going to explain it to you, okay?
Okay.
So you are currently under arrest for obstruction, okay? You are interfering with an investigation in reference to a domestic incident that we got a phone call about.
It's not,
and then you repeatedly refuse to cooperate with the officer because you are being detained. You're lawfully detained, and when you refuse to comply with an officer at that point in time, and you're resisting and you're pulling and you're trying to run off, you get taken.
Go home.
Well, unfortunately, that's not an option at this point in time. Okay?
Wrong.
Do you have anything on you at all that would get you in trouble? Do you have any guns, drugs, knives, bombs, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you have any pockets on what you're wearing at all?
No.
Okay. So is this like a dress kind of thing or something like that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So because you are detained in handcuffs, we have to check you to make sure that you don't have any weapons or anything like that on you. Okay. So would you step out of the vehicle for me so I can use the back of my hand and check you? But you're gonna have to go back in the back of the vehicle. Okay.
Why?
Because you're under arrest.
For what?
For obstruction.
Against what?
Against obstruction of a police officer.
That's not fair.
Well, ma'am, when you refuse to comply, and when they're saying,
you guys came to my house.
Yes, ma'am, because we received a phone call in reference to a domestic incident, or we heard broken glass, and we need to investigate the domestic incident, and you interfered with that investigation.
It's my house.
It doesn't matter if it's your house or not. We have a requirement. Go ahead.
I don't like the way you are treated. I'm just that's coming to hang out. No, it's not okay. The way you're treating me is not okay. You not feel bad? I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything. You not feel kind of bad?
Yeah, this is not helping the situation at all right now, okay?
Oh my God, whatever you need to do.
Both Leanna Beam and David Priest were arrested and taken into custody. However, Officer Williams was fired May 4th of 2022 because of his behavior. And if you ask me, getting fired wasn't enough. He should have been arrested. No one deserves to be treated the way he treated Leanna, especially not a vulnerable woman. It's clear that his actions went far beyond what's acceptable, and just losing his job doesn't seem like enough punishment for what he did. Brittany Odom called the Idaho Springs police in the middle of the night on May 30th of 2021, claiming that the man in the apartment next to hers was banging on their shared wall and shouting insults at her. She also said that he punched her in the face, knocking her unconscious. The problem was that there were no witnesses. Brittany didn't have a single scratch on her, and she described a punch that supposedly knocked her out cold. But despite all this, a brief conversation with her was enough for the cops to decide it was time to knock on her neighbor's door. This just goes to show how dangerous it can be when cops take one side without knowing all the facts.
No. Hey, I'm out here. I'm Tim. This is Brittany. That was the neighbor right there. We're the ones that called. Wait. This is Brittany. She's the one that got hit. I live here. This is my friend Brittany. And then this is my neighbor that hit her. I wasn't even here. I was outside. I literally just saw
banged on the door, or through the wall. Bam, 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 and I'm sleeping. Shut the f*** up! And so I came out and was like, what's going on? He busted all of my shit, my nose, my mouth. All I wanted to do was hey, what was disturbing you? And he was like, shut the f***. Boom!
Was he white, black, Hispanic?
He's white.
Does he have hair?
Yeah.
Bald?
Gray hair?
Yeah, gray hair. He's an older guy. He's maybe about this tall.
Okay.
That guy lives right there in that room. And that's where the wall would go.
He was bang, bang, bang. That's what woke me up.
We just moved in here yesterday, but I saw him last night or the night before.
Okay.
The door creaked open, revealing 75-year-old Michael Clark. In a flash, the cops stormed inside, shoving him against the wall so hard that his head hit it with a thud. Dazed and confused, Michael stumbled back into the hallway, barely grasping what was happening. But the cops didn't stop there. Even though he was unarmed, wearing nothing but his boxer shorts, and standing a good 8 feet away, they tased him. The shock was too much for him. Michael lost consciousness and was thrown backward. He was hurt, but the cops weren't done. They decided to be even more aggressive towards him.
I'm gonna put my phone in the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
What do you want?
What the?
What's going over there?
Put it down!
Put it down!
Put it down!
Get on the ground down!
Back up.
Get out here right now! Get out here!
I hit that
Get on
wall.
the ground!
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
What you gonna?
Okay. Party's unconscious. Deployed. Party came out with a machete.
Officer Hanning made his final mistake when he placed his knee on the man's head and neck as he cuffed him. While Michael lay unconscious in the hallway, Officer Hanning did something truly shocking. He entered Michael's apartment, took a sword, and brought it to his own place. It sounds unbelievable, like something out of a bad joke, but sadly it's the truth.
Sir, talk to us. Talk to me. Talk to me. Sir, talk to me.
That big bat that he's holding. That looks like a freaking...
Where did you find that? Did you have to hunt for it?
It was laying right there on the ground when I walked in. Alright.
I did not get that down.
Not arguing with you.
I did not get that down.
Alright. We're gonna sit up.
I did not get that down.
I'm gonna go down with you.
It was on.
You want him out of
top
cuffs
up there.
up here? Okay.
Did you go in my apartment and look for weapons?
Mr. Clark, you're gonna sit up.
Did you look in my apartment and look for weapons?
We don't need... They don't need to look out in the apartment. It was here in the hallway.
How did they get in the hallway?
When Michael finally woke from being unconscious, he mustered the strength to ask the cops what had happened. But instead of answering, they confidently accused him of hitting the woman in the apartment next door. They had no proof of this. They didn't even give Michael a chance to tell his side of the story. And it's unsettling to think about a 75-year-old struggling to catch his breath, being accused of something he didn't do, and not even allowed to defend himself.
What is going on? I have done nothing wrong. What did I do?
What's that?
What did I do?
Punch that girl.
Huh?
Punch that girl and then answer
No,
the door with a freaking machete, man.
Oh, no, that is so absolutely false.
Alright.
Okay.
We're gonna stand you up.
I did not come after nobody.
Okay. You're dealing with me now. We're gonna go down to the ambulance so I can...
I was just in bed.
Alright. We're gonna stand up on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
I attacked nobody.
We're gonna sit on the ground.
I was just laying in bed.
Alright. Sit back.
I did nothing.
Sit back.
Look familiar.
I messed up on top there.
Just sit.
I did not come at anybody.
Sit down.
Swing your legs up. Swing your legs up. Sir, swing your legs up.
Okay.
Michael Clark, now 76 years old, suffered severe injuries, including a stroke after being tasered and forcibly arrested in his Idaho Springs apartment in May of 2021. The incident left him unable to live independently, drive, cook, or walk with his grandchildren. Now confined to a wheelchair, Clark depends on his family and doctors for survival. Over a year later, his family reached a $7 million settlement with the Idaho Springs Police Department. Officer Nicholas Henning, who led the attack, was charged with assault, fired, and later sentenced to probation, home monitoring, and community service. Officer Ellie Summers, also involved, resigned but wasn't charged. The incident stemmed from a false report by Brittany, a woman with a history of false statements, including attempted murder charges. A proper background check by the cops could have prevented this tragic outcome. Nate Carter was out in front of his house checking the mail when Officer Cody Thomas, who mistook Nate for a suspect from another incident, approached him and asked for his ID. Nate firmly told Officer Thomas he wasn't welcome on his property. The situation quickly escalated when Officer Thomas, apparently irritated by Nate's response, warned him to watch his words or he could end up in the back of a police car. Things got even worse when Officer Thomas pulled out a taser and threatened to shoot Nate's dog, who was barking in the yard. When Nate tried to head back inside his house, Officer Thomas shot him in the back with a taser, causing Nate to collapse on the ground.
Are you Polo? Now, what's your name?
You coming over mine? It's over there. What's going over there with that? Got nothing to do with what they got going on.
What's going on?
I don't know. They called you. I ain't called you. I'm calling.
Who are we calling about?
Calling about me, buddy.
Calling about you?
Not calling about me. Open your ears to your mouth.
Hey, how about you watch your mouth for your still in the back of my car?
You gonna put me in the car, but I'm in front of my house, my private property, not bothering you. You go here talking about who am I, Polo? And I told you no.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, listen, you been going.
No, get your over here. You're not part of this. Come here. Come here, right now. Come here.
You can't go for what?
I'll shoot your fucking.
Shoot my dog, boy. You can't come in my yard.
Get over here now. Get over here right now. Taser deployed. Start me at 20. Hey, show me your hands! Clear the air. Start me some cars. Go back in the house. Yeah, I don't need that. Suspect just went back in the house. Get your ass out here, show me your hands! Get your ass out here, show me your hands! Get your ass out here now! Get your ass over here now, or I'm gonna shoot your
Officer Thomas quickly called over a colleague, and the two of them drew their guns and stormed into the house where Nate had retreated after regaining consciousness. To make matters worse, Officer Thomas called in a few more units for backup, as if he was relishing the power trip that day, even though there wasn't even a real situation to justify it. The most frustrating part of all this, Officer Thomas didn't even stop to consider whether Nate was the suspect they were looking for. Instead, he let his bruised ego drive him through this entire mess, turning a simple misunderstanding into a dangerous situation.
Get your ass over here now! Put your ass up! Put your ass up! Get your ass over here now! Get over here now! Walk me with your hands up! Do it now! Get your ass here now! Show me fucking get here! Suspect just went back in the house. Hold on, I'm moving my car in front of the house. I'm moving my car in front of the house.
have a unit go to the back of the house. We got 2 units up front. Suspect has gone back in and out of the house. Taser has been deployed.
As soon as Nate stepped out of the house with his kids, trying to show them that everything was okay and that they didn't need to be scared, Officer Thomas and his colleagues seized the moment. They decided to handcuff him right there on the ground. First off, Nate already had trouble walking, and this only made things worse. Secondly, there was no need for the cops to arrest Nate in front of his children. The cops probably felt powerful at that moment, but it was infuriating because what they did was so unfair and completely avoidable.
He went back in. Hey, sweetie, come here. Come here. It's okay. Y'all come here. Hey, y'all come here. Everything's okay. You stay right there. Hey, you come over there. You go over there. Come here. Come here now. Come here now. Get away from the dog.
See, boy. It's okay. I'm glad you ain't fixing no right. I was checking my mail car. Man, what you sleeping on the ground for? This is necessary. Man, for real. For real. You gotta check my mail. For real. Man, for real. Are you serious?
Get coach. I got him. Get coach. I got him.
For real. For real. For real. I ain't even resisting y'all. For real. For real. I'm on. For real. So when you get your hand in my head. For real. They cuff me, dude. I'm not even doing nothing. For real. No, for real. So you ready to hand it down? For real. For real. For real. In front of my kid. I'm taking my mail. I'm taking my mail. For real. Are you serious? I checked my mail. For real. Y'all get my kids on here. Why did you check my mail?
Officer Thomas made his final mistake when he tried to drag an innocent man into a police car, a man who had simply gone out to check his mail. Can you believe how absurd that sounds? This is not what public officials are supposed to do. These cops completely abuse their power in the worst possible way. It's clear they crossed a line, using their authority not to protect but to intimidate and control. That's just not right.
Why y'all doing that? Cause I checked my mail and got with somebody else. Man, for real. For real.
In the car.
Man, for real.
Yes.
I'm tight. I got the handcuffs too tight.
Who cares? Get in the car.
Who cares?
Get in the car.
Man, for real.
For real. Get in the car.
Watch your foot.
Nah, you can open it back up. Where'd the other guy go?
He goes with his apartment right there.
Can you call him, tell him to come over here?
Man, don't take on the streets and no alcohol.
If you're wondering why the cops were even in the neighborhood, it all started with a 911 call about a man threatening someone with a gun. The caller described the suspect as a black man with short hair, a larger build, and wearing green and black pants. By the time the cops arrived, the suspect had already fled the scene. Instead, they found Nate Carter, who didn't match the description at all. He was wearing a purple t-shirt and black shorts, and he was just standing in front of his house. Even the caller later confirmed Nate wasn't the person they had called the cops about. So what do you think Officer Thomas did when he realized he had the wrong guy?
Alright, you called, correct?
Yeah.
Was this about him, correct?
No. It was another guy, but he ran through. He had the Glock. He was standing by that telephone pole, and he was talking about shooting up. Me and her was in there playing cards, and he was talking about, he was talking about shooting up in her.
Because when I walked up, you said, yes, that's him.
No, I did.
Yes, you did, because I walked up and I said, so you hear about it? And he said, yeah, that's why I'm here. And so when I started confronting him about going in the house, that's when all this erupted. I asked you, and I said,
I misunderstood what you said.
Because when I walked up here, I said, is this him? He was like, no, you're talking about open your ears, blah, blah, blah. And I said, is this why I'm here? And you said, yes, that's why you're here.
Yeah, because when you started going toward him to the steps, I was hollering, that's not him. But he was all, but he just ignorant. He always,
I know.
Talk and just act a total fool.
Yeah. Yeah, just grab his info, thank you.
Well, as you could see, Officer Thomas didn't do anything at all. Not only did he refuse to release Nate and admit his mistake, which would have been the right thing to do, but he also went on pretending like he hadn't arrested the wrong person. Instead, he chatted with his colleagues, acting like everything was fine. Meanwhile, the real suspect, the one with the gun, was long gone, and any chance of finding him had disappeared.
Yeah. Alright, what was the address there, Robert? Yeah, just taking the clue. 2001. Yeah, I seen you pull yours out, but then I seen these ones work like a lot better.
Well, that's why I was like, switch, and I'll go to lethal when you go to less. That person's not even
If you had one of the new ones, it probably would have this stuff. These things sound like a gun.
Yeah, I know, I was impressed.
Oh yeah, you're the one that had the like.
Among the backup cops was their sergeant, waiting by Officer Thomas's police car to talk to him about what had happened. Officer Thomas told everyone a good explanation for his actions that day, and the sergeant was there to make sure he gave one. But instead of owning up to his mistakes, Officer Thomas tried to wiggle his way out of the situation, saying whatever he could to avoid getting into trouble. Let's take a moment to hear exactly what he had to say.
Yeah, I'm good. I appreciate it. So, what else needs to be done now besides just the initial report and take him to Erlanger?
Yeah, you gotta take him to Erlanger. Once he gets cleared there, then he's clear to go to jail. And then you just gotta get use force for the taser and the takedown.
Because I pulled up here and he was standing out in the middle of the road, and I was like, well, I'm guessing this guy could be it.
What was the, I didn't even hear what the initial call was.
Somebody said they had a gun, they were threatening to shoot this guy. And so when I pulled up, he walked out of the house, and this guy was telling me to, like, I said, hey, are you Polo? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, leave me alone. Like, he's calling you, shoot. He's like going like this, like, shoot, shoot. And I was like, well, I'm trying to figure out why I'm here. And he's like, he called you, not me. Now go deal with him. And I was like, I said something to him. I asked him, like, what is your name? He made some comment. I said, what? And he said, how about you open up your ears and shut your mouth? And I was like, how about, I said, excuse me. And then so I asked him for his ID, and he was like, man, what you talking about, leave me alone? Well, in my mind, that's the guy who has the gun. And he had his body turned like this the whole time, but wouldn't move at all. He wouldn't move. And I was like, I said something to him. I said, how about you come over here to give me your ID? And he's like, no, I'm going back in my mouth, or going back in my house. And I said, come here right now. And he said, for what? I said, give me your ID. I said, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But the whole time he's going like this, and then he got a step towards me and started walking back in the house. So I'm thinking he's going to go get, either do something with the gun. So I tased him right in the back. And then that's when he rode it for a solid 3 seconds, and then tripped up the stairs. And that's when he slammed the door, and that's when the barbs, I guess the second barb came out, but one stuck in him. And then he came back in the house, and so I pulled my car to where I can get behind it, because I didn't know if he was going to come back out and try to shoot. And then he came back out, but he was like still hiding behind the door. So I was like, he has a gun in his hand, and something bad's about to go down.
The other cops gathered around the car, and it was obvious that no one was taking the situation seriously. Even though Nate had been wrongfully arrested and tased just for checking his mail, none of the cops seemed to care. Some even joked about how Officer Thomas almost hit the dog. The sergeant then suggested taking Nate to a clinic to make sure he was okay, but Officer Thomas insisted that Nate was fine. He quickly shifted the focus back onto himself, complaining that Nate had been rude to him. It's hard to understand how someone could be so self-centered. The world doesn't revolve around him. Just because Nate wasn't being polite doesn't mean he deserved to be hurt. That should be obvious, right?
I pulled up and I saw the dog. How many dogs are up there?
Two.
There's two and one's inside.
One dog was like right at your head.
Yeah.
I think it was you. It was like, hey,
that white one, he said, the dog will bite. And I'm like, I'll shoot your dog.
Me and Vanessa came around the corner and looked at him. We're like, oh boy.
Yeah, Adam got
oh yeah, Adam was close.
He didn't get hung up on the porch, it would have reached him. Mom lives in Rockville. For the kids? Alright, so you hang out with the kids. Figure out where the 20 is. If you can get him to a hospital and I mean he's fine now and Adam got the barbs out. Yeah. Put him I would say take him to the hospital.
The one wasn't even
get him checked out there.
his shirt.
If we had Adam count as a medical professional like Adam here, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
But the hospital needs to clear him before he can do anything. If you can get him there, right over there, and then talk to Van Ness about how to write it up. And we'll be good to go. Matriculation.
I feared for my life.
Well, see, the way you described it is fine, but make sure you exactly how you described it to me, it needs to be written down.
Yeah. He bladed himself in the doorway to keep one hand hidden.
Yep.
Was the disorder with a weapon and a gun?
Yeah, the guy said he has a Glock. And I pull up, and he was an asshole to me. And the first thing I said is, that's why I'm here. No. I said, the first thing he said to me, I said, is this him? And he was like, yeah, that's why we're here. Or that's why you're here. And that's when he was like, open your ears, shut your mouth, and go over there. And then,
have you talked to the RP?
Yeah, I've already talked to him.
Yeah, their permission.
Is there certain paperwork down Park Ridge, or they just have to get him cleared?
They just got to medically clear him so you can give the paperwork to the jail staff.
Yeah, they'll give you something.
Just his discharge paperwork.
Just discharge?
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what it looks like when cops cover up each other's bad actions? Well, here's your chance to see it. One of the cops mentioned that the judge would want a report and asked Officer Thomas what they should say about why Nate was arrested. Officer Thomas casually replied, disorderly and resisting. The irony is that none of them even considered the most obvious option, just letting him go. Instead of correcting their mistake, they were focused on finding a way to justify it, which speaks volumes about how things can go wrong in situations like this.
Disorderly and resisting. And if Van Ness could help me with make up anything else. But that's what I have right now is disorderly resisting. I didn't figure out. Do you have any of this information? Could you pull that up?
I have it.
Harbin will?
Because he did the report. Yeah, he was acting fool. He was out here. He calmed down.
I remember him from somewhere. I just can't remember where. He's gonna once we leave too.
Officer Thomas finally decided he was done chatting with his colleagues and remembered he needed to take Nate to the hospital and then to jail. Nate was more upset than ever, and who could blame him? Just imagine getting arrested for simply checking your mail. But Officer Thomas kept insisting it was all because Nate was disorderly and resisting, as if repeating the lie enough times would somehow make it true. When Nate tried to ask Officer Thomas one other question, the cop decided he didn't want to talk anymore. This only proved that Officer Thomas wasn't fit to be a public servant. To make matters worse, he turned out the music in the car so loud that he couldn't hear Nate, who was crying in the back seat, desperately trying to get some kind of explanation.
What? We're gonna take you to Erlanger. Mama's coming to take him.
Why you taking your Erlanger?
Because you got tased.
Where you taking me to jail?
Yep.
What?
Disorderly and resisting.
I didn't resist arrest. Are you serious?
Hey.
I came out. Look, man, that's a crack house. Man, I came outside to check my mail. I had nothing to do with what was going on over there. How the hell I get on the jail but jump outside and check my mail? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
For real?
Has a heart attack.
For real? I'm checking my mail.
29 interrupt to Park Ridge and beginning mileage 37.
I'm
One mile.
checking my mail. Are you serious?
Heck yeah.
I have nothing to do with that.
Alright, can you just stop talking?
I ain't gotta stop talking to you. You arrested me for no damn reason. Right.
Save our soul. Yeah. Get the hands on it.
Right.
Excuse me?
Right.
Okay.
You don't take me to jail for no reason.
Oh.
Right. Because I'm checking my mail. Right. I don't sell drugs, don't do nothing. I take care of my kids. Right.
Good for you.
Right. And you want to do all that? I came outside willingly after I got my kids together. And you still want to jump on one leg, put my face in the ground and stuff, like I was trying to resist you?
Oh.
You're a coward, dog. You're a coward.
Thank you. You make.
Coward. I hope you sleep good at night.
Oh, I do. I sleep really good. Oh, thank you.
You don't go to church or nothing, dude.
Nate asked Officer Thomas if he could sleep peacefully at night, considering he had just arrested a man who was simply taking care of his kids at home. He wondered what else Officer Thomas might be doing on the job and how he was abusing the badge. But Officer Thomas didn't seem bothered at all. In fact, he appeared quite proud of himself. He taunted Nate, clearly enjoying the power trip of driving someone to jail. It's hard to understand what's wrong with cops like these, but one thing's for sure, people don't want to be served by law enforcement that behaves this way.
You're nothing.
Thank you.
Calm, dog.
Oh, thank you.
Right, you are. I know, thank you.
That means so much.
It takes that type of person to say thank you to somebody that's telling the truth.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
Respect for y'all. No. Hell no. Right. Respect for you, dog. You take me to Erling for you don't care about my safety, my well-being. Right. You don't care about nothing but your personal agenda. Trying to save your. You had no reason to even talk to me. You weren't called to my address. Right. You didn't even check on who had the gun call or whatever was called, did you? Did you check on that, the reason why you came?
I did.
No, you did.
I did?
Right, no, you did.
Oh, okay.
My name Polo. Right, my name ain't no damn Polo. Go arrest some of these gang members out here killing people. Right. Alone. 41 years old, come outside to check my mail and I go to jail. With this other conduct and resisting arrest. How resisting arrest when you had no right? You had no right to stop or detain me. What law was I breaking? What nothing. You did not give me any statute code in my 4th Amendment right to tell me why you were stopping me. Then go on, bro. So take me to jail.
I will.
Make sure you come to court.
I will.
Man, I know you won't. Make sure you come to court.
I will.
Testify. We're going all the way to trial.
No, we will.
Yeah, we're going to trial. Set it for trial. Upstairs, 3rd floor. Right, no plea deal. Sure. Ain't nobody people. Ain't nothing wrong walking outside to check my mail on where I pay property taxes, where I own it. Right. Some vagrant, somebody called about something. Right. You can't have nothing to do with my address. You come assaulting me. Right. You didn't say I resisted arrest. After I go inside, get my kids and bring them outside, I'm resisting arrest. That makes no absolute sense whatsoever. Come on, man.
Oh, okay.
Come on. Come on. No sense whatsoever, man. Makes no sense whatsoever.
After the incident with Nate Carter, Officer Cody Thomas didn't face immediate consequences. However, Nate filed a lawsuit against Thomas, the Chattanooga Police Department, and the city for wrongful arrest and excessive force. Officer Thomas was suspended for just 80 hours and is now back on the force. The lawsuit is asking for $3 million in damages, but when you consider all the charges against Officer Thomas, excessive use of force, filing a false police report, callous indifference, inappropriate conduct, and behavior unbecoming of a cop, a mere 2-week suspension seems like a pretty light punishment. It's hard to see how such a small consequence fits the seriousness of his actions. What do you think?
So that paper goes to jail?
Yeah, they'll need it. They won't take it out. They report, and the blue team, and they get broken property.
What do you have to do with that one? Just put taser probe?
For what?
Well, I turn that into property. What do I have to write on?
They'll tell you.
They'll tell you how to do all that. Easy enough.
It'll just be evidence and case number and who's your suspect and whatever else. So, need any help with anything? Just let me know.
I'll call you. Appreciate it. I told Raymond I was going to bring him a good one for the day's over. He's going to be pissed. Huh? Appreciate it. Big up. 2-9. I'll be en route to county. 1 male, beginning mileage 38.